Andre Wade was just released once again. Just come to talk about some things that took place in the past, and just pray peace upon y'all families this morning, and pray that all was well with the loved ones that's incarcerated, and just being thankful for another blessed day. I uh, I was thinking about some things that took place while I was incarcerated, and to think about them. I come into a situation out here that reminded me of the time that I was locked up, and and it just amazed me how things can take place out here that gives you memories of times when you went through some of the same things while you was locked up, or some of the same things before you got locked up, right? And I try on a daily basis to stay focused on what I do, and the people that I deal with. And that sometimes can be a problem because a lot of guys and a lot of women haven't gone through yet what I've already been through. And it seems like they are headed that way of going through what I done already went through. And when I bring it up to them and show and tell them about my experience, they feel as if either you think you know it all, or you just tripping, right? So when I come in contact with these type of people, and I realize that you know they they don't either care, or it's what I say about how you have people that's locked up that's trying to get out, and out here you got people that's trying to get locked up and don't care about being out, right? So I come in in contact with a couple people that I had to distance myself from. I had to distance myself from, and so many times this had happened while I was locked up, because it was hindering me from making parole, because I was dealing with them characters that wasn't trying to make parole, and I was trying to make parole, right? I was trying to get out, so I had to stop dealing with certain people because of their character. And it's the same way out here, when we find ourselves dealing with them characters that really seem like they don't care about their life or don't care about their freedom. We have to, distance ourselves from them kind of characters and being able to recognize them. And that's one thing that I do on a daily basis. I try to recognize the people that I deal with, because I'm not trying to go back to prison. I'm not trying to put myself in that line of fire. I have to go back through these courts again, right? And place myself in that position where I don't need to tell on nobody, or I don't need to try to come up with some kind of scheme to get out of trouble, and that's something that we have to pay attention to, because I know some of you have done experienced this same thing. Some of your so-called partners, or your so-called friends, because friends is something really don't come, it don't come easy, it don't come fast. You can't meet excuse me, a person and in 2 weeks y'all say y'all friends, because that friendship thing, it builds up through time. You have to go through something. I was talking to this lady, right? and she telling me, about, about receiving a man, and she had so much and she didn't want, to do this and do that, right? So I was telling her that, I basically wasn't looking for a girlfriend or anything in that nature. I was searching for my better half. So cause and saying that I would prefer to be friends before love, becoming a lover to a woman, right? And so that, in that same token, I would rather, before I just choose somebody as my friend and say that's my friend, I would truly have to get to know them and see where they at, because like I say, we get these friends in our life and so-called friends and find out they really don't mean us no good, talking all behind your back and telling other people all the business that y'all talk about and stuff. And no, a friend don't do that, right? And like I say, when I was in prison, and these characters that I was meeting, coming from other facilities and stuff, and you get to know these guys. Once you get to know them, you find out, man, they ain't, they don't be no, they don't be meaning you no good. And it's the same way out here. We meet somebody, and we thinking we really know them, and kind of find out this person don't really mean us no good. So you have to really pay attention to the people that you meet, and that's on a job. You might meet them at, anywhere, in the grocery store, anywhere, and you meet these people and come to find out these people don't even mean you no good. So it's just another day or something that to really think about, because we look for these prison stories, these excitement things that went on in the life of Andre Wade, and so many other individuals that have prison talk shows. And I know the YouTube viewers, these are some of the things that they want to hear, so, but also, because I can give you stories that took place and that probably was violent, but as you can see, a lot of violent things didn't take place towards me because I paid attention to the position that I wanted to place myself in, and position that I didn't want to place myself in, because it would allow me to probably stay longer in prison or receive another case inside of prison. You probably have somebody that that probably had 5 years, right? And he ended up with a life sentence while they was inside, because, you don't have to really prove yourself to nobody, because you done been through it and you already proved what you would do and things like that. But see, that's when we talking about change and development, and we try to develop ourselves to another level where we don't, have to prove to nobody, because if you have to prove something to somebody, then you don't even need to be dealing with that individual, because you shouldn't have to prove anything. That's just how I feel, about situations and things, and try not to, bring something that'll become a problem, and that's just how I feel. And that's how, so many of us probably feel the same way. And that, and that's just what Just Release is about, because I told you, it's Just Release is so much about things that's done hindered you throughout your life. And when I mean by hindering you, that you seem like you became, that problem always came. All that same problem always came. And that same problem was a problem to the point where it either sent you back to prison, or started you back to a habit, these things we want to get away from, addictions and all these things, but on a daily basis, I'll try my best to bring something good to the show. And so when you go to my channel, you say, you can relate to some of the things that I talk about, because like I say, so much goes on out here as well in the walls of confinement. so much go on because time don't stop just because we get locked up. You know, time steady goes on. And so by time steady going on, you still meet different people. So many people, some people it's just so easy to accept friendship. Friendship don't come easy. Friendship don't come easy, people. So when you truly call somebody a friend, know who you're calling a friend. Know that character. And with this here, I'm gonna have to bring it to an end. But guess what? This is Andre Wade with Just Release, and ain't no telling what I might come back with. Ah.